Okay, so in the spirit of always seeking the truth and always having an open mind, and after very careful consideration, I have changed my mind. I now believe that the WEF is the single greatest force for good in the world. So let's talk about it. This is the Hey Ed YouTube channel. I am your host, moderator, and all-around nice guy, and April Fools! Make no mistake, the WEF and its cohorts, including the United Nations, the IMF, and a lot of other three-letter agencies, including our own federal government, are absolute forces of evil. And they're out to control you, they're out to shackle you, and they're out to steal your freedom. So what this video is really about is chasing your freedom. Now, there are many aspects to this topic, and I don't want this to be a really long video because I don't want to lose any viewers here. So I'm going to keep it as short and pithy as I can and get to my point. But there are many aspects to the subject of securing your own personal freedoms. Now, one aspect of securing your personal freedoms is finding ways to exit, the matrix, finding a way to get yourself untethered from the digital world that the powers to be are forcing us into to control every aspect of our lives. The other aspect of securing your personal freedom is financially, right? I mean, the single most powerful thing you can do is to put yourself in an FU position where you are not relying on somebody for a paycheck, and you're not relying on government handouts. You're not relying on anyone other than yourself. So let's talk about the three things that everybody should be doing in order to become truly free. The very first thing that everybody should be doing is reducing your exposure to the traditional financial system, namely the banks. Get your money out of the banks for a number of reasons, not least of which any money you're sitting in the bank in the form of your fiat currencies is a depreciating asset. It's a guaranteed loss on your money. That's what inflation is. And inflation is caused by governments. It's not caused by supply chain issues. It's caused by our government. Money printing is the single biggest source of inflation, and it is destroying the value of our currencies. Do you know that the buying power of the US dollar has gone down by 98% in the last 100 years? 98%. Fiat currencies have a 100% failure rate, 100%. Currently, the US dollar is the current world reserve currency, but that is under attack through the BRICS alliance. And it's also under attack by our own disastrous monetary policies by our governments. So whether our government officials are destroying our fiat currencies out of stupidity or by design, that's a whole different video, and I've done lots of videos on that topic. But money sitting in the bank is a depreciating asset. It's a guaranteed loss on your money, not to mention that there is going to be another financial crisis. And when that happens, the money you have sitting in your bank is at risk. They will steal your money. And don't talk to me about the FDIC. The FDIC is woefully underfunded. They don't have enough money to make you whole in the next financial collapse. So get your money out of the banks. Now, it's true that in order to live life these days, you do have to have some money in the bank and pay bills and stuff like that. Personally, I keep 2 to 3 months worth of bill paying in the bank. That's it. Everything else I get out of the bank. So that's number one, reduce your exposure to your bank. Number two, take some of that dough and put it into gold and silver. This is actual money. We often refer to our currencies, the dollar bills, in my case, in America, as money. It's not really money. We use that term out of convenience, but it's not really money. They're currencies. The only actual money in the world is gold and silver. Gold has been around for 5,000 years, 3,000 years as an actual form of barter, an actual form of currency. Gold has a 100% success rate, whereas fiat currencies have a 100% failure rate. And in the event that EMP ever goes off in the atmosphere, your fiat currencies aren't going to do any good no matter where they are. You want to have these guys. And there's a reason why gold is now making an all-time high. Again, let's keep this video short and pithy. So, number one, reduce your exposure to your bank. Number two, put some of your dough into gold and silver. And number three is establish streams of passive recurring income. In order to be in an actual FU position, so that you're not reliant on anybody for making a living and for supporting your family and for buying the things that you want. You want to establish streams of passive recurring income. And listen, we do live in a modern world where we have ways of making money that were never available before in the history of mankind. You can make money online. You can make money with programs that will generate money for you passively. Okay, so when I talk about passive recurring income, passive income, right? You don't have to work for it. Recurring means it's being generated, every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether you get out of bed or not. Now, to do that, you want to have multiple streams of passive recurring income, not just one program. Find several, because you never know what you don't know. Even though I give you programs that I consider to be very high quality programs, very generous, you never know what you don't know. Things can happen. So you want to have multiple streams of passive recurring income. I think you should have at least 3, but the more you can have, the better. And on my channel, I've given you some ideas, and I'm going to be giving you some more ideas. So stay tuned. Now, whether you want true financial freedom for your own sake or for the sake of your family, you want to find ways. You want to be proactive. You want to start now in developing those streams of passive recurring income for any number of reasons. But listen, let's not kid ourselves. Our freedoms are under attack. We are not free anymore. That word is kind of used very loosely and thrown around a lot. But, are you truly free? I don't know about you, but I can't drive a car. I can't get on the airplane. I can't, buy liquor. I can't do anything without an ID. There are more and more restaurants these days that don't allow you to pay with cash. You have to use some kind of a card. So again, they've got you electronically, and they want to control your life through these CBDCs that are going to come along, where they're really going to start controlling your lives. Why there isn't more of an uproar over the advent of the CBDCs, I just don't get it. I mean, look, I get that people are living their lives, they're busy doing things, but you got to pay attention to a few key things. The globalists of this world, the socialists, the fascists, the Democrats of these worlds, they hate the idea of individual freedom, and they're doing things to lock you into the matrix. And you have to do whatever you can. I think it's going to be impossible to be completely free of the matrix if you want to, live life in the modern world. But you want to do whatever you can do. And again, the single most important thing that you can do is establish streams of passive recurring income. But all 3 of those steps are things that everybody should be doing today. Reduce your exposure to your bank, buy some gold and silver, and establish streams of passive recurring income. So join the resistance, subscribe to this channel. And if you don't mind, could you support the channel by hitting the like button? Ed Anderson, live from Minnesota, signing out.
Copy that.